Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, May 22nd, 2025, and my name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here, whether it is your first time or you're coming back. Thank you very much. Hope you all are having a great day. Like I said, my name is Jennifer Cotton, and I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 23 years now. This is my full-time business, so I offer lots of events. I do these free weekly videos. I have an email newsletter and all kinds of other stuff that you can take advantage of. If you are new to stamping, welcome, and hopefully you'll stay tuned so you can see what this awesome hobby is all about. Good morning to Pam, first one here over on YouTube. Yes, happy Memorial Day. Yes, happy Memorial Day, everyone. It is that weekend coming up. Tyra, good morning. Nice weather in Kansas. LOL. That's good. Mary Jo, rainy upstate New York. Good morning to you as well. Pam. Oh, yes, Pam. Cheryl, good morning in Illinois. Cindy, good morning, and thanks for sharing. And Jackie, good morning. Most people saying good morning are on YouTube. I think there's a little glitch with Facebook this morning. I am live there, but I had to share the link, so I don't know how many of y'all are going to see it live, but I did what I could. Been having issues with that. There's Carmen on Facebook, Jackie as well, and who else? Cheryl is on Facebook, so maybe it'll work. We'll see. All right, so as a reminder, I left an old note on here. As a reminder, over on YouTube later today, I will add some timestamps. Find my thing. Okay, so I will add timestamps down below in the description on YouTube manually today. And then tomorrow I will add a link right over here, a little thing in the corner on YouTube that will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. And that is where you can always go. Just remember stamptherapist.com. And you can go to find out about my upcoming events, Stampin' Up! Specials, my order specials, links to my ordering website, links to view the catalog, scroll down in the post, links to the PDF of the current and past online exclusives. This is several pages worth on this one, etc. So there you go. So I will add that stuff later today on YouTube. And then, hey, Lori, finally sunny in Minnesota after days of rain, shared and liked. Yes, Tyra liked and shared. Thank y'all very much. By the way, as you come on, please feel free to give a comment, like, share, hit the thumbs up, give a heart, subscribe, all the stuff. That does help me in my business. So thank you very much for doing any of those things, even on replay. And what did I want to say? Oh, I wanted to talk about weather. So I just got back from the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip on Sunday. I came home exhausted because it was a trip to Disney World in Florida. And I am a Disney person, so I was taking full advantage, waking up super early, staying up super late, doing all the stuff, and walking like 20 to 30,000 steps a day while I was in Disney. But it was a ton of fun, and of course, Stampin' Up! Made it even better. We stayed at a luxury top resort, Grand Floridian in Disney, all expenses paid, as well as wipe my nose a little bit. Tap it dry, as well as all our meals were paid for, airfare for two people. It's amazing. And we got gifts and treats and candy and Mickey bars and all kinds of stuff while we were there from Stampin' Up! And thank you to my customers and team members who helped me earn this trip, as well as all my helpers. Of course, couldn't have done it without any of those people. And then Scott, Isabel, and I also went a few days early so we could go to Universal. We haven't been to Universal in like 20 years, I think. And so we went there, not to the new park, Epic, but to the two original parks in Universal. And anyway, I wanted to say that we got rained on the first 2 days, and I was so grumpy about it. Like, we still had fun. We love all the rides at Universal. They're amazing. I love those rides over there. But we got rained on, and it was like chilly on the second day at Parks. I was like, I'm wearing jeans today because I was freezing yesterday. So much complaining. Yes, Scott did go, and Isabel. So then I'm complaining and complaining about being cold. And then day one starts at Disney, and it's like the heat wave of the century, and it's 80 to 90 degrees all day. And I was so wishing that cold weather would come back. It was so hot. On the last day, we went to Epcot, and it was just miserably hot. We still had fun, but so hot. So anyway, that's my little Disney Universal story. But it was so much fun. Thank you, Mary Jo, for saying that. Yes, Disney is so magical. I'm ready to go back. I'm also ready to go back to Universal because those rides were good. Julie, thanks for sharing. Good morning. V, good morning. What a beautiful Thursday here in Southern California. Tyra liked and shared. Thank you. I'm trying to catch up. Stella, good morning. Ramona, good morning. Thank you for sharing. And Seal, good morning. Oh, my thing is blurry. Jennifer and all of you from chilly, rainy Pennsylvania. And good morning from Idaho to Angela. Thank you, Angela. Okay, and weather report here today. I think it's going to be warm, like in the 80s. But then this afternoon, we are expecting storms and through the evening storms. So, yeah. But I think just hail and strong winds, I think. Anyway, that's Texas for you. Okay, so thank you guys very much. Today's video, I'm going to be making 2 cards with the Turtley Awesome bundle from Stampin' Up, and 1 card with the Sunrise Sailing bundle from Stampin' Up, which, by the way, these dies are temporarily not available. They'll be back in about a week, according to the website. 1 card from that one, and I'll show you a 2nd card from Sunrise Sailing. And these cards are all for free with an order. It's a class you can get free with an online order. So I'll tell you more about that later. First, I'm going to tell you about my upcoming events. I do this as a full-time business, so I offer lots of stuff, and I have several things coming up that you can take advantage of. All of my events are going to include a PDF tutorial, which, of course, you can purchase PDF tutorial only all over the world. If you live in the US, you can order the class packets. They're all offered to go. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. Unless otherwise stated, you may need to own the featured bundle dies. You will cut your own designer paper or kit components if they're included with the fee. And again, anyone can purchase the tutorials only, including all over the world. My team does get those for free, though. So if you're on the fence about joining the team, there's another reason. If you live in the US. Pam in Shelton, Washington. Good morning, Tyra. Thank you very much. Yes, we had a great time. So much fun. So much riding of rides. So many roller coasters. It was so much fun. I love the sailing set. Corinne, yes. Robin, good morning, sunshine. Pat, good morning. Good morning to you. Okay, so upcoming events. First of all, at 9 a.m. tomorrow, I'll be sending out an email wrapping up this video with the recipe cards for all 3 cards I'm making on today's video. And in that email at the bottom, you can find links to these events. You can also message me for these links. The first class that's coming up is my card class. This is the one I'm making on today's video. So I'm changing how I'm offering card class. You can still come take it in person, which is the best way, of course. This Saturday, May 24th, I do 4 classes every month in person: card, Stamp-A-Stack, sampler, wall art, and scrapbook. You can come in person and join us. However, if you cannot do that, you can just place an online order with me this week, May 18 through 25, $35 or more, and we will cut and mail you this card packet so you can make all 4 cards at home. So that's card class. Those are the ones I'm making on today's video. Again, free with an order, or come take it in person. And there's different fees. It's actually cheaper in person. But just to be less confusing, free with an online order or take it in person. or you can just buy it for $20. Some people don't want to place an order. You're already a demonstrator, whatever your reason is, you can just buy the class packet for $20, and I have a link for that. So if you need any of these links, let me know, or join the email list. Sign up right now. The link's up here in Facebook and down here in YouTube. Lots of people on Facebook. I'm glad y'all found the video, by the way. Thank y'all, Pat and Corinne. Thanks for sharing, Pat. Pam, Angela, glad y'all found it on Facebook. Okay, and then I have 3 other classes happening on Saturday in person, and those are they are all subscription clubs you can join. You can take them individually as well, but the subscribers save $2 a month, which adds up. Every little penny counts, so you save $2. Plus, as a subscriber or club member, you get a perk, a gift from me after 6 months of being a member, mailed to you. You get occasional gifts. Karen is making a gift for you this month, a little treat. And you save that money. Now, all of these next 3 classes include $20 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible, including the featured bundles. You will cut your own designer paper and kit components if they're included, including for in-person classes. Although in person, we're there to give a little help when needed. Okay, now I want to say for these clubs, this is your last month to join at the old rate, and it will lock it in until you cancel. So the old rate is $35 a month. You get over 20 in merch. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. Like, it's an incredible deal. That's for Stamp Stack and Sampler. Lock in that old rate. Then next month it's just going up by $3, but with expenses, with price changes in the new catalog, it's going up $3. Okay, so now scrapbook class is cheap, though. It's super cheap. Now, also, it's sold out, but I'm still going to show you what we're making this month for scrapbook. So we're making a 2-page layout. You get over $20 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. We got a cute little flip flap here, so you can put a photo here and a photo or journaling under here. And you're going to make the double page layout. You're going to get over $20 in merchandise. And this class is only $30. Over 20 in merch. That's 20 before tax and shipping. I'm basically giving you this for free. So you can't sign up this month. It's too late, but you can sign up for next month's scrapbook class. And or next month you can sign up for scrapbook class or join the club. Again, you'll save $2 if you join the club. Club is $30. Class is $32. That is an extreme discount for this year only. All right, that's scrapbook. That is a club as well. So join the club or take the single class, your choice. All those links are in the email. Make sure you're on my email list. Okay, so there's just some info about the club. $30 a month, 20-25 discount, 20 in merch, 2 12x12 layouts, plus lots of leftovers so you can make more pages and projects. Okay, next up is Stamp a Stack. This is 8 cards. Excuse me. 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. This is a club, so $35 this month for the club, or $37 if you're a non-club member. I forgot to check my numbers, but I believe I have 2 or 3 left. The class is Saturday in person. Come take it in person or take it to go. You're going to make these cards, which I made on a previous video, with the Grow with Love bundle. So this one, we cut, die, cut, punch, and emboss everything we can. This one, and I always turn it wrong. This one. Okay, so that's Stamp a Stack. 8 cards, over 20 in merch. Step-by-step PDF tutorial. We cut, die, cut, punch, and emboss. You stamp and assemble, cut your designer paper. Sign up now. I have a few spots left. And last but not least, on the 4 monthly classes is wall art. And again, I forgot to check my numbers. I believe I had 2 left of this one. You're going to be able to put grow or bloom based on what we pre-cut for you on your sampler. It's 12x12. We're using the Thankful Garden bundle. I think it's gorgeous. It looks very similar to the scrapbook pages, but these are different designer papers. They're not the same papers. The other one is a new one, and this is a Thankful one. Anyway, we cut, die, cut, punch, and emboss everything we can. You'll stamp and assemble unless you come take it in person and use my stuff. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now you can get those tutorials only also with the class links. Okay, so was I going to say something else? I don't think so about the monthlies. By the way, the wall art is literally wall art. It's 12 by 12. You can put it in a shadow box. You can lean it up against a shelf like I have right there, and decorate your craft room, your home, give it as a gift, etc. Okay, any questions? Let me know. Cindy, good morning. Dark and dreary in West Central Illinois. Boo. Carrie, good morning. Okay, so those are my 4 monthlies. Take them in person this Saturday. Hang out with a lot of cool stampers. It's Memorial Day weekend, but like if you're not going out of town, come hang out with us for a few hours and then get back to your holiday. Okay, next up is Annual Catalog Celebration, May 31st. So I have designed everything except 2 cards, which I need to design with cone flower celebrations. That's my last one. I just ran out of time. I'm going to do it this weekend. This class is May 31st in person, or you can take it to go. Included is 4. Hold on. Oh, there's this little graphic of the wall art. Included is 4. What am I trying to say? 4 stamping demonstrations. This might say 3, but it's 4, plus 2 guest stampers samples. So lots of new ideas basically with this. If you take it to go, you'll get to see the videos and the samples on an exclusive Facebook group. And if you're in person, you will see these demonstrations in person. Then you'll make 8 cards using new product from the annual catalog and online exclusives that came out in May. I do have my 6 cards that I've designed here. I'll sneak peek you in a second. In person, you'll get to shop BOGO as well as have lunch. And to go, you will get to have shipping included, and you can opt out of that shipping when you register if you are a local person. Obviously, if you take this to go, you'll need to own those bundles: Sweet Jar, Impressions of Bloom, Pretty Florals, Sweet Blooms, and Cone Flower Celebrations to complete as designed. Okay. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really like these samples I made, so I'm going to quick sneak peek you. So there's one. And another, and another, and another. The jar is so cute. These chocolate chip cookies, y'all. That stamp can be cookies or jelly beans. It's so cool. Okay, so that is the sneak peek of the annual catalog celebration. And I keep saying it wrong. Annual catalog and online exclusives celebration event, in person or to go. You need to register for that. I think it's on the graphic, but it might be too small for me to read. But by, I believe this Sunday, May 25th, I believe I have Sunday is the deadline. So just sign up as soon as possible. There will be a link in the email that goes out tomorrow at 9 a.m. if you scroll to the bottom, or just ask me for that link. Okay, next up is the paper share party with Alejandra Gomez. So if you haven't signed up yet, you can still get a sampling of every single designer paper from the new catalog and online exclusives, as well as every new ribbon. You get 2.5 yards of ribbon. Yes, 2.5, unless it's a weird configuration. We do have one that's like that this time, actually, but the rest are 2.5 yards. You get 6 by 12 inches of the paper, unless it comes in 6 by 6, then that's the size it will be. And you can add on the party so that you get, I believe we have now 9. I have to read my notes, but I think it's 9 make and takes. Did I write anything down here? Yeah, 9 make and takes, 2 bonus videos, and a video of Alejandra and I assembling every single make and take beginning to end. So there's a lot of value in that party if you add that on. The party is June 28th, and it will be recorded, so you'll be able to watch that for 30 days on Facebook. Register by May 5th, by June 15th, sorry. Register by June 15th is the final deadline for the paper party and shares. Okay, so you can do paper only, ribbon only, paper and ribbon only, or you can add on the party as well. Okay, next up is bingo on Zoom. I got my bundle in. Let's see. I still have a pile here that I haven't put away of new product. So let me see where this bundle is. It's over here somewhere. Right there. So for stamping bingo, it's like, where are the dice? We're using the Sunshine Vibes bundle. Super cute. Here's the dies. I haven't literally even taken them out of the packaging yet. This came while I was on my trip. And let's see. Oh, yes, look at those rainbows. Super cute. And what else? Let me put the, I don't know what the graphic says, though. I think it's just, yeah, it's just a generic graphic. There's just some samples from the catalog. But you will make at least 4 projects using the Sunshine Vibes bundle. And, of course, the Boho Vibes designer paper, 6x6. And you'll get to play bingo for door prizes on Zoom. So anyone in the U.S. can take this, any location. There's also a big bonus if you bring a friend to bingo. You can read all about that in the registration. You don't have to bring a friend, but you can. And what else? Oh, and then we make the projects together at the end. So there's lots of chance to interact, get to meet new people, catch up with your friends, catch up with me, all the stuff. So sign up for that now. The deadline is June 15th to register, and bingo is on June 26th. Okay, so any questions, let me know. The virtual album retreat is coming now even sooner with Stampin' Up. This is going to be amazing. So we can purchase it May 28th. We, meaning me and you as customers. The videos will be recorded. You can watch them later. Purchasing the kit automatically enrolls you in the virtual event, which will happen in a Facebook group July 16 through 18 from about 2 to 10:30 p.m. 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time. It will be recorded. You're going to make 12 2-page 12 by 12 layouts. So a 24-page album. Everything is included and cut for you. Each double-page layout is packaged in its own 12 by 12 cellophane bag, like baggie, basically. It will include your titles die cut for you, other images die cut, paper cut, exclusive designer paper. 2 stamp sets are included with the fee. A PDF will be emailed to you, videos, flip flaps, page protectors, and embellishment, twine, and of course designer papers. This is $250. You will earn, when you purchase that, $25 in product credits, unless you use some product credits to purchase it, which you can, and make it even cheaper. Anyway, now as a demonstrator, I wrote this down. As a demonstrator, we get 20% off every order we place, minimum. I actually get 25% off every order I place based on my title, and I'd say most demonstrators get the 25, but if you're brand new, you get 20. That's $50 off the price. Then, but you earn rewards on the $250. So we will get $25 in rewards if we just pay it full price without applying credits. So I'll order it. It'll be $250. They'll take off $50. So it'll be $200. Then I will get $25 product credits to spend on my next order. So basically that's $75 off as a demonstrator. And it counts towards my purchases, $250 towards my purchases, toward my quarterly minimums, all that stuff. So Stampin' Up! Is really great about letting us take advantage of those customer perks as demonstrators and get our discount, and it counts towards our sales, all the stuff. So if you've been thinking about this virtual album retreat and you're not a demonstrator, we have an incredible special right now. So I would recommend you join my team for $99 plus tax, free shipping. Pick $155, right? $165 in any current merchandise you want, or less, no more. 165 or less, pay $99. And then when you get ready to purchase your virtual album retreat, you're going to get all those perks I just told you about. So there you go. Hey, Linda, good morning. Carrie, good morning. So that's what I'm telling you. is the best way to take advantage of that. But of course, you can just purchase the virtual album retreat and get your $25 product credits as well, and use any product credits you built up until this point as well. I think it's going to be awesome. This is Stampin' Up's first time doing an event like this. And it is an album that is every month of the year, so January through December. And even if you've never scrapbooked before, this is a great way to start because you literally don't have to think about anything. It's a pre-done kit that they will walk you through. And there are some super elaborate, there's at least one super elaborate page because we got to see a sneak peek a while back over in our leaders Facebook group. It was like an explosion page instead of an explosion card, an explosion scrapbook page. All right, so it's going to be awesome. Okay, so there's my little plug on that. Last but not least on events is the cruise. I do a crafting cruise every year with my retreat partner, April McCrite. This year we're going on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. January, what's the date? 25th, 2026. You can register now. You can pay it out. You can bring anybody you want. They can use our group rate. They do not have to do the crafting portion. So bring spouse, children, friends, cousins, aunts, uncles, partners. I sort of say pets, but that was dumb. You can't bring pets. Anyway, bring whoever you want. Let them get our group rate. And then you can, when you're tired of them, you go down to the craft room and say, oh, sorry, this is for crafters only. And you go craft your heart away. It is self-paced. You'll do 4 complete classes plus C2 stamping demonstrations, get gifts every day, and have lots of fun. Here are some pictures I will share from previous cruises. You'll get gifts every day. It's from one previous cruise 2 years ago. Gifts every day, t-shirt, lots of friends, lots of mingling, lots of meeting new people, a bag, optional card swaps, snacks and food. Of course, the cruise includes all you can eat food 24/7. Your own half of a crop table, in addition to separate class tables, allowing you to not have such a mess at your table, nor having to, it's just very, what am I trying to say? It's not all crowded over there when you're trying to make your classes. It's pretty spread out. So it's good. It's good. What else? Oh, okay. That was the end of my picture. So join us on the crafting cruise. You will love it. You will love it. Carolyn, good morning. So many classes to join in on, right, Linda? It's like, take your pick. Take your pick. Oh, I tried to show it on the screen there. Oh, so many wonderful classes, right? Thank you, Linda. Oh my gosh, y'all. Can't unhide. Hey, my birthday is next Wednesday. What can I get for free? Tyra, right? Well, I will tell you a tip. Go to Disney when it's your birthday, because Scott's birthday was Sunday, May 18th. And we arrived at Universal, I got to look at the calendar, on May 10th. Well, actually, our parks day started on May 11th. So at Universal and Disney, Scott got a pin that says it's my birthday. They never asked what day is your birthday. It was on Sunday, the day we left. And everybody you see that works there almost tells you happy birthday, first of all. Second of all, you get random free gifts. So Scott got a cupcake at one of our lunches, just like a regular lunch. We had been to many fast service lunches. They gave him a cupcake. And then the next day he goes to Starbucks and orders for him and Isabel. And they were like, well, which one is yours? Because yours is going to be free. Like, they just give you free stuff at Disney if it's your birthday or you're celebrating something. So there's you a tip, Tyra. Go to Disney for your birthday. Hey, Lori, good morning. But yeah, happy birthday, Tyra. Next Wednesday. Okay. I think that's it for events. I want to remind you to make sure you join my email list so you can get the recipe cards with measurements for today's project. So it'll be a list of the supplies used there on the right, and on the left is the list, the measurements. That email goes out at 9 a.m. Central tomorrow on Friday. And I make these recipe cards on mystampinstuff.com, which is a website that my husband built. I guess I created it along with help from team members and friends. Anyway, and he built it and we run it. And you can build these recipe cards, but you can also keep your Stampin' Up! Inventory on there. It's for the US mainly. We don't have the pricing for other countries. We just have the US pricing and products there. And anyway, you can keep inventory, you can keep lists, you can search by keywords, and you can do those recipe cards. So any questions on that, let me know. Cindy, good morning. All right, next up is the like specials and stuff going on with Stampin' Up! And me. So let me see what graphic I have next. Don't forget, you're going to get rewarded every time you order now. Every time you place an order, you earn 10% back to spend on your next order. There's no limit on that. The order does need to be $20 or more after any discounts you apply. And then you get 10% back on every order. No limit. And then, so everybody gets rewards, demonstrators and customers. And then, of course, we have this amazing starter kit special. Anyone can get this starter kit who's not a current demonstrator. It ends May 31st. You pay $99 plus tax. You select $165 in any current merchandise you want. So everything that just came out that's orderable, which is almost everything but the sunrise sailing dies. And old stuff, new stuff, clear, last chance stuff. You can add any of that to your starter kit. Pick up to $165, pay only $99 plus tax. Plus, you're going to get a free past paper pumpkin kit. I've done my little Jennifer math, and with my tax rate in Texas, that's about a $227 value, and you pay $99 plus tax. I mean, it couldn't be better. You can even get the die cut machine with this starter kit if you want. Get the big die cut machine. Then you'll have all the perks of being a demonstrator, seeing stuff early, ordering early. We get to order in June from the next online exclusives, the holiday ones, I believe. In June, we can order those early with our discount. We see all the catalogs early. We receive copies of the catalogs free with our first order during the pre-order. We get, what was I going to say? Of course, our discount and customer specials. I had something else. I lost it. No, Angela, no rewards on the starter kit. The starter kit has never qualified for any other specials, if that makes sense, like celebration or rewards or host benefits or anything like that. Never, since I've been a demonstrator 23 years. So good question though. But your very first next order as a demo with your discount, yes. So good question, because I hadn't thought of addressing that, because I like to address the things like you can't go over 165, not even by a penny. You cannot. It just won't let you. So there you go. Oh, and then you'll be part of my team, and you can get my team perks as well. So we do recognition, awards, prizes, craft creative challenges, free tutorials, Facebook group, etc. So there you go. All right. If y'all have any other questions, let me know. I like that Angela asked a question. Anybody else has a question, let me know. Best thing ever. So easy to use, right, Ramona? Definitely easy on those rewards. Thanks for the tips. Thought that would get a giggle. Yes, Tyra. I'm like, what do I give? Awesome, Angela. Cool. Okay, so I think, besides my special order offer, that's what's going on right now with Stampin' Up. But let me put this on the screen. So these are the cards I'm about to make today. They are my card class for, I want to have a couple of cards I'll show and tell you guys when I put the camera down. So these are the cards for my monthly card class that you can come take in person Saturday. And they are also a free or an online order special with me right now. So place an online order May 18 through 25 and of $35 or more, and you will get a free class packet to make these 4 cards. 2 use Turtley Awesome and 1 uses Sunrise Sailing. But 2 use Sunrise Sailing bundle. Sorry, I'm just going to make 1 today. Plus you'll earn rewards on all orders of $20 plus. I seem to always have a typo in this now. Anyway, all orders of 20 plus are going to get that reward. So, of course, this will get you rewards. And you can alternatively purchase this card kit for $20 from me or come attend in person Saturday, May 24th. Limit 1 kit per person, and I'll send those kits out next week at some point. So that is my order special for you this week. So you will get rewarded if you decide to take advantage of ordering. We're not allowed to give that for the, well, maybe, I think we can give it for the starter kit. Shoot, if you buy the starter kit this week, I think I am allowed to give that. We have some rules about what we can give, but I think we can give a class kit. It's going to look just like this. It's a class kit. I just can't give you Stampin' Up! Products. So I think I can give you this class kit if you get the starter kit this week. Just don't let me forget because it's not on my list. Are you starting to use 2 different bundles every week? Not necessarily, Lori. This is my card class, which always uses 2 different bundles. So this week of the month, yes, that will be the deal. The week of the card class. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm still working around, not around, but like it's different now with no host plan. So I'm doing things a little different. Okay, I'm going to point the camera down and get started. I'll show you these awesome cards I've received in the mail recently, and then we'll get started stamping. Okay, so show and tell. I've received some awesome cards in the mail recently. Okay, I was afraid I had the person's address there. This one is from Brenda. It is a gorgeous card with the amazing, beautiful butterflies bundle. And it was Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Brenda. I'll hopefully be seeing Brenda Saturday. I can't remember if she registered yet. I got to check you, girl, because she's a club member. But they still have to register to attend in person. Okay, and then this one is from Linda. I think Linda's on here right now, my friend from Idaho. She sent me some money and a sweet little note. She always puts an insert into her card she sends me, and this one is a fun fold. Linda does a lot of fun folds as well. Sending you a floral hug. Nice. Thank you, Linda. And then I also got this one from Linda. Like I said, Linda always does fun folds. And this one is super fun. Belly band. Boom. Look at that. And then it opens like this as well. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Thank you, Linda. And then last but not least, this one's from a friend and team member, Carrie. And it's a thank you card because now as a demonstrator, we can gift our rewards. And she says, thank you for the Stampin' Rewards. What a fun surprise. Have a great day. Love, Carrie. And so she earned a prize, which was product credits from me, which I've been doing for years on a team thing. But now I can just send her those rewards directly from Stampin' Up. So that's pretty cool. So you're welcome, Carrie. And thank you for that gorgeous card. Okay, so those are my shares. On today's video, we will be making... I told you already, but I'm going to start with the Turtley Awesome. So I'm going to make 2 cards with Turtley Awesome. And I'm going to put a thing on the screen here just to remind you of the stuff. Okay, so the first 2 cards I'm going to make are with Turtley Awesome, which is a new bundle from the annual catalog, which I know I've shown it already on previous videos when I showed. Actually, I may not have gone over this bundle. There's lots of stuff coordinating with it, like the Turtley Sweet stamp set on page 69. And I'm just trying to randomly flip to it. Yes, I did good. Okay, so Turtley Cute is the sweet name, pages 48, 49. It includes the sweet, includes the stamp set and dies, of course, an embossing folder called Turtle Textures. These awesome shades of green hexagons, and of course the Turtley Cute 12 by 12 designer paper, which I actually forgot to pull for this video. There's that stack. I've got a bunch of this paper already. Anyway, so there is, and there's lots of samples with the Turtley Cute stuff. The turtles are one of those controversial ones where some people think they're cute and some people think they're terrifying, mainly because of these necks that they have and the cut off hand, which I don't think is cut off, but it's an argument in my team. Is it cut off or not? Anyway, It is cute. And the paper is super cute. And then the dies are awesome. Some of my dies are over here. Scrap paper there. On this, let me show y'all. I've got everything packaged up to take to class Saturday. So it's all in this tub. I've got everything we need. The stamps are at the bottom, glue dots, ink pads, blending brush, samples of how they need to stamp it, a stencil. It's all in here. But here are the dies that everyone will be using during the class, including these 4 from the Turtley Cute. So to cut out 2 of the stamped turtles, a birthday cake, and a balloon. This one also makes a banjo. This is obviously from the other bundle. And so I'll take those out right now. I did not organize this well. These are all the blends I'm going to use. These markers are just for them to sign their names on the back. I always have some handmade buy stamps for in person. And let me set this out so I can reach all these stamps. Might as well just get all the turtle stamps out right now. Not sure. Yeah, I'm using them all. I'm using them all, maybe. But y'all can see, if you're a demonstrator, this is how I take my stuff to class. And the way I do it, I dump these blends out and take this container separately, and the lid will close down on it. Okay, so I think that's what I need. That's for the other card. Okay. Okay, but let me tell you about this bundle real quick. So, Turtley Awesome is a photopolymer stamp set. The images shown on the case are smaller, a good deal smaller than pictured, or than in real life. They're pictured smaller. So there's this turtle that's laying on its back, a lot bigger. They are outline images that you can color in. They're just drawn like line art images, not super sketchy and artistic. They're cartoonish turtles, and we have one standing up, putting its hand out to our right, one putting it out to our left, but this one's more like it's dancing. The one putting it out to our right is just like pointing, and then one turtle on its back with its little legs bent. There is a 2-bird image. So 2 little birds, they're both standing. There's no ground below them, but they're both standing, not flying. One's standing up straight. The other one's in front of it, bending down, eating something off the ground. There's an image of an ice cream cone with 2 scoops, a single like daisy style flower with a stem and 1 leaf, a birthday cake with some squiggle lines where the icing goes, and 5 candles on top, a birthday party hat with dots drawn on it that you can color in, and a little pom-pom drawn on top, a birthday balloon. Again, it's just got a super straight string and then a circle balloon, because the die that cuts out that birthday balloon can also make a banjo from the standalone dies. A microphone. Now the bottom is solid and the top is open with dots, so you can color that in. And musical notes. And then the words are, hope your birthday is turtley awesome. It's TURTLE-Y, awesome. Hooray, exclamation mark, here for you always. It's okay to take it slow, sweet friend. That was sweet friend was separate. Okay, so there's the stamps. And then we have the dies. So you can die cut out the turtles, all 3 of them. You can die cut out the balloon, the birthday cake, the party hat, the microphone, like all of the stamped images you can die cut out. And then in addition to those, we have, hey Lisa, good morning. Are you starting? Oh yeah. Look, I was like, did I answer that, Lori? There is a standalone apron die, which I'm going to use on one of my cards today. Standalone, like a sun hat. It's actually 2 pieces. Right there is the second one, and that makes a sun hat, a chef's hat. What is that called? A watering can goodness. This circle is mainly for the banjo, which you'll see when I make a banjo today. And then we have this, this part of the banjo. I don't know what this thing is, but it goes at the bottom of the circle. And then like the stem, what's that called on a musical instrument? The top of the guitar banjo thing that you hold on to and pluck the strings. These two images here create the back of a turtle, and I will be using that on one of my projects today. I think that's it for the standalone dies. And real quick, I'll show you. I did cut out the watering can in silver. I just didn't end up using it. So there's that. Here is a hat, a sun hat that I did in petal pink. And of course there's an apron, but I'm going to use that on one of my cards today. And I'll use a chef's hat. So you'll see most of these if you haven't seen them already today. Okay. So that is the bundle. I have shown the designer paper on a previous video. So I forgot to pull it out for today's video. So I think I'll just leave that. I can find the video for you though, if you want to hear me and see the images from the designer paper. Totally cute. Okay, cards today. By the way, this is something I wrote the last time I did a video. I was saying that you could get the die cut machine with the starter kit. So you get to choose 165 in any merchandise you want. And the die cut machine is 140. So you would still have $25 left to spend on any other product. Just FYI. Okay, so I'm going to actually make this card first of the turtle ones. So I need this scrap of white that's going to be in your pack for the turtles. It's the larger scrap of white. I need this balmy blue card base and this packet here to make this particular card. Okay, so we have a balmy blue card base. You take your 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half. So it's 8.5 this way, 5.5 this way. So you would get 2 card bases out of 1 piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to fold this in half with my bone folder, which is this tool right here. And that will make, using the bone folder instead of my finger, it will make less creases on the inside of the cardstock. Right here. Than if you use your finger. This card will be up and down portrait, and I'm going to set it aside. And then, oh, by the way, this will fit into the invitation size envelope. So right there, boom, you already have the size you need by cutting it in half, either direction. Just cut your paper in half, and it will automatically fit into an invitation size envelope, which is Stampin' Up's awesome, high quality medium envelope. I do show this one in particular on every video, so it's starting to get wrinkled up, but they're super smooth and nice. Then we also carry these clear medium envelopes, which is my favorite for what to put my cards in. But, okay, so all the pieces, don't lose them when you dump out your packet, because that's how it's going to be. They're going to be loose in there. The next layer on this card will be shaded spruce. By the way, measurements emailed out 9 a.m. tomorrow in the recipe cards. This next piece of designer paper is the next layer. And this one is white background with green stripes. The different colors of green that are in the paper, like Granny Apple Green, I think Pretty Peacock, maybe Pool Party. I'm not remembering all the colors exactly. Maybe Old Olive there. Really thin lines, unevenly drawn from, in this case, top to bottom because of the way I cut it. And there's a lot of white in between. So that is the next layer. By the way, the back is one of the sheets. I think all the sheets have a back with turtles on them doing stuff. Some of them fit the die cuts. Most don't, honestly. But the turtles are doing different things on the back. So super cute to cut those out. And then like on this one, it's a white background, and in between you've got little bees and little grass images and flowers and birds, but again, super cartoonish. Very cute, but super cartoonish. Okay, so those stripes are going to go up and down. This will be the next layer. It's like 4 by 5 1/4 on the front of the card. Then I've got a piece of basic white pre-die cut out of the Everyday Arches dies. I did put the I put the width of this die on the recipe card. I don't remember if I put, but it's 3.5 inches tall. I was trying to measure it from my assembled card and I couldn't see it very well. 3.5 inches tall. And of course, those are the Everyday Arches dies. They're amazing. You get 10 different arches that nest, and you got to get these. They're amazing. Okay. You will also have for this card an apron cut from the Turtley Cute designer paper. So this is the piece that on the back, it has like rectangles that you can cut out of scenes basically. But on the other side is a white background with polka dots of like the duckling, whatever red they have in this paper. I feel like they call it cherry cobbler for some weird reason. Petal pink, pool party, etc. Polka dots basically. So that's my apron. We cut out the back of the turtle shell here. So the solid piece, like a half moon solid, is shaded spruce. And then the shell detail on top will be granny apple green. And then this strip here is for the greeting. So it's a specific size of a rectangle there. You're going to have your scrap of white in the packet for the turtle. We need the turtle cake and this turtle here that's pointing to our right, balloon and birthday cake for this card. And last but not least, a piece of this gorgeous soft sea foam and shaded spruce satin ribbon and 2 gems. These are from those shades of green. Yes, shades of green hexagons. Okay. All right. There's all our pieces. Now for the, I need to make a note real quick. Hold on. Okay. For the, I don't know what I was going to say, but I know what I was going to say. I'm going to grab my black ink pad. This is the one I made out of the white pad myself, but for class, I will be providing a regular Memento black ink pad. I like this one for me. Okay, so I need this turtle standing up. One arm's kind of bent. If this was right, so its right arm is kind of bent and its left arm is just sticking out to the side. And then I need a balloon. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the other turtle so I can know about my spacing for the other card. Okay, balloon. It's really thin line, so don't press too hard when you stamp the balloon. See, don't press too light either. Whatever. If you press too hard, though, it gets thick like that. I don't like that thickness. So it's a medium pressing. You want it to look like that. And then I also press too hard on this cake right here, so it's kind of thick. And then we need a cake. Okay, then we're going to die cut those out. So I will recommend you loosely cut them apart before die cutting. Save this for the other card. And then, hey, Hilda, good morning. Mary Ann, good morning. No problem being late. Lisa, good morning. Okay, I'm going to make space now. Why did I spread this stuff out so much? This whole big table, and I have hardly any room to put this down. Okay, here's my big die cut machine. Comes with everything you need to die cut and emboss everything we sell. So I have platform 1 and 2 and a cutting plate, which is the one that I cut on, as you can see. And then I will put down my images and then the dies on top. And just a reminder to run your things in long and skinny if possible. So this direction versus the short and fat way. When possible, they will go into the machine with less resistance, and they will have less chance of getting bumped and shifted out of place. I guess I might as well go ahead and die cut out the other turtle while we're here. I'll save you a minute on the next card. By the way, I am doing a it's simple, but I am doing a technique on the third card today with the sunrise sailing. So make sure you tune in for that. I'm going to get my readers. I'm just being quiet while I'm aligning. And then you can use tape like washi tape, repositionable tape, sticky notes, post-it tape, etc. to hold everything down and in place while you are die cutting so that the dies do not shift. I'm going to hope mine don't shift. You only need to run it through one time. No need to go backwards. Our machine is really good. If you need to go backwards, it's usually on a super intricate, that's a staticking die, and that doesn't happen very often. Okay, so here is the cake and the balloon. And then, by the way, I would die cut out before I color in case the die slips. Now on each turtle, when you cut it out, it's going to cut that arm that is against the body like this apart, basically, so that you can slip something under there, which is a really cool, can't think of the word, but a really cool thing Stampin' Up did on that. Feature. A really cool feature. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Brittany's up here. Okay, let's color these in. I also forgot to stamp my greeting. No big deal, but I'll stamp my greeting and color these images in. So this card is going to say, hope your birthday is totally awesome. I'll stamp it in black. Brittany, get down. Get down. Brittany's been super needy since we got back from out of town. Haven't you? Haven't you? I'm going to stamp this greeting on the strip. Oh my gosh. In black ink. Okay, you want to say hi? Hold on. Oh, okay, I'll put the camera up for a second. Oh, good, good, Mary Ann. Mary Ann says, thanks for using the back of this paper. Makes me think again about getting it because, here's Brady, the back is non-turtle, right? So you don't have to be into turtles to use the paper. That's very true. Even to me, the patterns that are, back down, like the shell are abstract, so you could use those for something else as well. Mary Ann. Okay, now I'm going to color these in. So for this card, I need, first of all, my turtle will be This is the turtle that I'm going to put the shell on. So I don't need to color the back. But the turtle's going to be Granny Apple Green. Yeah. Checking my... Oh, I think there's something missing in this one. I need a hat, a chef's hat cut. Not him. This turtle's going to be a chef. So we need a little chef hat for him. And it will be Darling Duckling. Where did I put it? Okay, I'm going to just cut this off to the side real quick. I have to grab a Darling Duckling scrap. Sorry, I have to find this scrap. It's a new color, so I don't have as many just laying around. Put it right here. Okay, let me cut this out. There's a cute little chef's hat to go on this card. Okay, now let me color him. So I'm going to use dark Granny Apple Green first and add shading wherever you/I want shading. So I'm going to do like this little elbow, the neck wrinkles, maybe a little on the arm there, the knees. You can add the shading wherever you want. Then I'll go in with Granny Apple Green Light and color the whole thing, including the dark ink that I just put on there. Because that's what blends it out. So these are alcohol-based markers. We stamped in a water-based ink, which is Memento Black, is water-based. And so the two inks will not blend together, the stamped ink and the marker ink, which is what we want. But we do want the markers to blend together, which is what they do when you go over that dark and light. You can also do it opposite. You can go light and then add your shadows and then go back with light and blend it out. There's a lot, you can get a lot more elaborate than me in this coloring. I really should put these on. And then I'm doing the legs. I left the little feet, toenails white. I'm also just going to do a little bit, I don't need to be careful here, but just a little bit of green, light green, like Granny Apple Green at the start of the back, which is the turtle shell. Wait, did I do the body? Oh, yeah. But yeah, the body needs to be green also. But a little bit at the edge there in case this die cut piece does not fully cover it. Obviously, I need to color that arm and the body. I forgot. So the stomach, I guess, I'm going to add some dark foreshadowing there. Foreshadowing. And then color the arm and the body as well. Leave these toenails white also. And I'm using the fine point, but you can use the brush tip also. Like it worked, they both work just as good. This is a large area, so the brush tip could be a little bit faster. If you choose. Okay, so there is the turtle. Blends are, I'm not artistic, so I love how they give that shadow shading and like it looks like someone more professional and better than me colored it, but they didn't. I colored it. So, okay, my balloon is going to be yellow, which is, I'm using Daffodil Delight. So I will add some dark over here on the bottom right. I don't know why, but that's where I'm putting a shadow. And then I'll go over the whole thing with the light daffodil. The artist did draw a little highlight, you know, rectangle-ish type image up here to the top right. So I'm just leaving that white. So make sure when you color this that you blend in the dark. Just need to keep coloring over it until it looks smoother and less like a chunk of dark yellow. Again, no skills, no artistic skills, but to me that looks pretty good. And I think yes, the cake. Where's the cake? Right here. So my cake is going to be balmy blue to match the designer paper, and I guess just the designer paper. I was thinking I had something else blue on here, but apparently not. So I'll do my dark on these icing swirls that they've drawn. And then light balmy blue all over the cake here. And then I also have smoky slate for the plate that the cake is sitting on. And I will use that Daffodil Delight for the candles. I'll grab dark, I think. I don't know. I might have done light on my other sample. It's preference on that. I think, yeah, there's probably light. And then I think I'll just use only light slate, but some people might like to add some dark as well. Light slate from this plate that this cake is sitting on. And there's that one. All right. Mary Ann. Tara says, hi, Brittany. I don't know where she went, actually. Hey, Gail, glad you got to catch us as well. Okay, so now we can, I believe, assemble this card. Oh, can't believe I didn't lose those gems yet. Okay, so I will attach the designer paper first to the, where's my adhesive? Oh, there it is. Ooh, I'm scared. To the shaded spruce cardstock. Again, this is a portrait card. And then that shaded spruce to my balmy blue card base. And then, oh, I forgot. I messed up. I didn't mess up. It's fine. On the arch, I was going to stamp a word. It says sweet friend. Sweet friend. They're stacked on top of each other. Sweet on top, obviously. So that will go over here to the top right-ish of the arch. And then, so you definitely want to do that before you glue it to this piece in case you totally mess it up and you need a new arch. You could flip it over, but it's not going to look as cute on the back since it was die cut. Okay, now I want to attach this arch to my card. It's going to go on the front toward the left and toward the top, probably from the actual edge of the card. That's about 5/8 of an inch from the left and about a 1/2 inch from the top. Something approximately like that. It does not need to be exact. I'll just sort of the top leftish. And then let me grab my silicone craft sheet and decorate this turtle. Get the turtle dressed, I guess. So we have an apron that we die cut. I'll just put adhesive on the big part of the apron. Slip it under that arm and attach it. Super easy. Then we have a chef's hat. So I'm going to put adhesive at the top or at the bottom of the chef's hat on the back, and glue that to the head. I'm using the silicone craft sheet to keep any excess adhesive off of my work surface, scratch paper, etc. So I'll put some adhesive on the detail of the turtle back, which is like a half moon, and then I will attach that to the shaded spruce cardstock that is like a sliver of a half moon. Not a half moon, a moon sliver. Oh, actually, this needs to go under the apron, but it's fine. The little strings. And then I will attach that. Yeah, I should have put the back on first. It's fine. Attach this turtle shell right there. So it's just more detailed instead of coloring it. Also, again, where I colored on that little edge, I was finding that sometimes that edge was showing for me. So just color that little edge there. So yeah, you should put the turtle shell, then the apron. Now the turtle is ready to go on the card base, and I'm putting it flat. So the turtle is going to go toward the left of the arch. The head will be up here by Sweet Friend, head and hat, just like that. And then I have the balloon. So I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on the balloon at the top, on the balloon part. Where's my dimensionals? And just a little adhesive. Again, silicone sheet will come in very handy for that. I'm just using Stampin' Seal, by the way. And the balloon will kind of be at the edge of the turtle's little stump there. And then the cake is going to go on top of that, the stump, the hand, and the balloon end with dimensionals. I'll just use a couple. These are my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. My favorite's mini, but you can use the regular big ones as well. And the cake will kind of go under that. Oh, maybe I want this balloon turned a little bit more. Like that. My greeting. Actually, before I put the greeting on, but it's going to go down here toward like below the feet. So it will cover up the bottom of the arch. I'm going to tie my ribbon in a bow. So I'm actually going to go ahead and make one end angled. And then tie this already into a bow. So I'm going to do bunny ears. I'm going to do 2 bunny ears. Lots of space in between. And a loop or bunny ear. Rudy's trying to help me. In my left hand and one in my right hand separately. Lots of space in between. And forefinger and thumb are all pointing at me so that the ribbon has stayed straight and not got twisted and turned like this right here. Straight, straight, flat, flat. And then I will take the right loop, and cross it over the left, and then push that left one down into the rabbit hole. Anytime you have ribbon like this that's a different color on one side, that one piece will be the wrong color, which happens to be the front left tail. So before I pull too much, I turn it manually to be the right direction. And then just fix your bow, of course. Make your loops even, make the tails even, whatever you need to do. I will trim this one side. Stop. This one side right here on the right. And now I have this cute little bow. By the way, this ribbon, each opposite side has stitching on the sides of the opposite color. So I have the shaded spruce, the dark color facing out, and there's little soft seafoam stitching. Okay, so that's going to go under the greeting over here on the right. You gotta get down, girl. You gotta get down. Oh, yeah. Grab my mini glue dots. Tyra says, Brittany's a great helper. Okay, mini glue dot. Just like that. Figure out where I need this bow to be. For this card, it ends up kind of being down at the corner of the arch, but it will just depend on how you laid everything out. And then I'll place this greeting on here. So I'm probably going to stack my dimensionals on the left side. So add one, peel off the backing, add another. So they're two tall, TWO tall, because that knot on that bow is really thick. And I'll add another one. And then I'm just going to add regular adhesive on the right end where it sticks to the bow. Happy birthday. It's totally awesome. And then we have a blank piece of white right here above the greeting in front of the turtle. And that's where these two gems will go. So I'll get my take your pick tool. And these are hexagons. There's a, I forget, let me look. I can't remember if there's two sizes or three, but there's a smaller one and a bigger one here. I think it's just, yeah, each color has two sizes, a smaller one and a larger one. So there's one of each size there in that space. And that is card number one. Card number one. Pretty. Dang it. Here's my original. I think the bow's a little bit smaller. Not sure if anything else is different, but there you go. Card one. Card one. Thank you, Lisa. I do want to fix this bow. I don't like the bow on card two. There we go. A little flatter. Maybe make the bow a little smaller. It'll be better. Okay, so there is card number one. Card number two. Card number two is going to be with the same bundle. And my supplies are right here. So we've got a Granny Apple Green card base. Go ahead and fold that in half. Okay, fold it in half. And then inside here, again, lots of little pieces, so try not to lose them. We've got the next layer is Granny Apple Green embossed with that turtle embossing folder whose name I just forgot. Thank you, Tyra. Thanks, Lori. Thanks, Corinne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This one here. Let me see if I have the name anywhere. No. Anyway, it's the turtle something embossing folder. It looks like this, and it makes this pattern, which I think, again, taken away out of context of turtles, is just a cool, like, geometric-ish type pattern. So really cool. Okay, so that's our next layer. This card will also be portrait up and down. And if you remember, I already stamped the turtle that we need for this card. It'll be stamped on your scrap that you'll get in the class packet, which, by the way, you can get this class packet free with just an online order through May 25th of $35 or more. It has to be between those dates, May 18th and 25th, 35 or more. So here is the turtle I stamped earlier and die cut out. And then got lots of pieces cut for you. There's two gems in here. That's a lighter green. Don't lose those. Very easy to lose. Oh, I think we might have an extra scrap of white. I'm not sure. Anyway, oh, no, not a scrap. This piece of white goes on this card, Jennifer. It's 4 inches wide. It's 4 inches wide and taller. Is it? No, it's 4 by 4. Oh, good. You can't mess it up. It's 4 inches by 4 inches. Yes, it's a square. So it's going to go actually right in the middle of the embossed cardstock, 4 by 4. And then you'll see why, because it's not going to look dumb like that, hopefully. Okay, first of all, we have the banjo pre-cut here. So we have a basic black birthday balloon, but it's just basic black cardstock cut. Then we have that little circle die, which is that comes with the set. It is like a 3/4 inch circle. We cut it in basic white. That will go in the middle of this balloon circle. And we have the banjo pieces here. So this is one die that cuts these 2 little pieces. The handle, I know there's got to be a word for that. I don't know if anybody told me the name. Turtle Textures Embossing Folder, though. Thank you, Gail. Of the stem of like a musical instrument. But this is the stem of the banjo, right? Where the strings go. And then this little piece here is like the bottom of the stem. So there's space where the strings are, and then a piece of wood that goes right there at the bottom of the white circle. There's your banjo. Super easy. Okay, we have a little, not a scrap, but a specific size strip here for our greeting. And then we have a pre-die cut basic white, the largest basic white circle from Stylish Shapes, which of course has been around for quite a while, but a must-have if you don't have that one yet. Stylish Shapes is circles, banners, and squares stitched, or pierced, I should say, pierced shapes. And that's the largest circle. Okay, so let me stamp real quick. We've got, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to talk about the designer paper. We have 3 sizes of designer paper. They're just different widths to vary them, different heights, I guess, to vary them on this card, but they're all 4 inches long. Measurements will be emailed out at 9 a.m. Central tomorrow for this card, but we're going to have the 3 layers here on top of that white piece. 2 of them are the abstract turtle shell patterns, and 1 is those stripes I just used on that other card, but going the other direction. Oh no, same direction actually, up and down. It's just a skinnier strip. Let's see what's on the back of these. Turtles doing stuff, right? I told you those are the musical turtles. And what's on the back of this one? Turtles doing stuff, like riding bikes and stuff. Okay, there we go. So what do I need to stamp? I need to stamp my greeting, and on this circle, I want musical instruments. So this card, and we're going to just stamp in black. I already stamped that turtle that's facing to the left in black. I'm going to stamp. It's okay to take it slow in black, which, by the way, it took me a while to understand why the stamp set said that. Like, literally took me quite a little while, and then I figured out that it's because it's turtles. Musical notes. Where are they? I might have put them away. Did I get them out? I might not have mounted them. Hold on. Oh, they're right here. Okay, good. Thank goodness. So you'll see, it might be better if I wait until I have the other images, but I'm going to test it this way. You'll see why they're stamped where they are, but well, actually, I'll tell you right now. So the turtle's going to be here on the right of the circle, and it's going to be holding the banjo. So there's going to be instruments to the left of its head and to the left of its arm there. 2 sets. Stamp them twice. Top, middle, and then toward the left. Down a little bit. Okay. That's all the stamping. Now I will color this turtle in. So for this turtle, It's going to be Granny Apple Green also, but I will also color the shell with shaded spruce. So let me do the body first, just like the other one. Shading wherever that should be. I wonder if you can put these two turtles together and they look like they're dancing. I wonder. This one definitely looks like it could be dancing, but the other one maybe not. Gotta get the readers back on. Okay. Sweet fur baby there to keep me company. Yes, Linda. She definitely, especially since we've gotten home, she definitely wants to keep company. Which is fine. But of course, I have a lot of work to do. So I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I still like you and I need to make these cards. Or type this email or whatever. Today it's going to be type instructions. I will be typing instructions for those 4 monthly classes, including this one. So it's good that I'm getting a fresh reminder of how to make these cards because I made them before I went out of town. The only thing I made after I got home was the scrapbook pages. Everything else was pre. So I'm going to be struggling to remember how I did everything. I'll be fine though, but on the next card too, I'm going to have to remember exactly how I, kind of what order I did some stuff in. Forgot the arm. Okay, and then for the shell, I'm going to use dark spruce on the spots, or whatever these are called. Dark shaded spruce. And then light for the other part of the shell. Oh, that was light. Dang it. I love it when I do that. Okay, this is dark, so let me go over that part. Learn how to read before you pick stuff up. Oh my goodness. I feel rushed today for some reason. I am behind on work, so that's probably why. Probably why. Okay, now the light one. I'm actually going to put the light right there. There's a little shell to the left of the head. Get closer. Okay. And there's just like a spot I missed. Okay, so that's how you color it instead of using that die cut out shell on the back. Or that's one way to color it. You can color however you want. Okay. I think that's all the coloring I have to do on this one. So let me assemble this banjo. I did think Stampin' Up, the artist was very creative on how they made this be a banjo and a, what is it? Balloon. So I just added some, actually, let me put the circle on first. Add the circle first, the white circle, and then I just added some adhesive to the back of the pecan pie piece for the banjo. Bundled DSB reminds me of Zany Zoo a couple of years ago. Only difference, that was multiple animals. Definitely a similar vibe on these, the style of these turtles. Okay, so just a little bit of adhesive on that bottom part of the musical instrument, and of course, I know a lot of y'all would prefer to use liquid glue on something small like that, and you can do that as well. There's that. And my turtle on this one, I am going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. I guess I will, let me add the banjo first. So just some adhesive on the back of the banjo, lift that arm up, put the banjo underneath. Yeah, I think that's good. Now that's there. I will add dimensionals. My minis are fitting really well on this, the size of this turtle. I'm not going to put any on the top of the banjo yet. It's going to be hanging off, so I'm just going to wait and see. Okay, so there's my turtle on the circle on dimensionals. And then the circle is going to go on with dimensionals. The greeting is going to be under the ribbon like the other card, but I need to put this part together first, so I'm going to do that first. So I will attach the designer paper to the 4x4 white square. Brittany's back. Maybe she just wants chicken, but Karen did give her chicken while I was gone, so don't worry. Thank you, Karen. And you'll see her tail's right here. Put your tail in the video, right there. Okay, so I attach the top and bottom one first of this designer paper, and then I will add this middle strip of stripes. So there is some white showing above, below, and in between. And that will go on this 4x5 1/4 embossed granny apple green. Pretty. Oh, no. The cat's putting a big shadow over here, so I can't see that. Trying to do align stuff and I'm getting a shadow. Okay, so granny apple green card base. I'm attaching the embossed cardstock flat. So we've got that. And then now dimensionals on my circle. So this circle will go toward the bottom and toward the right of this 4x4 white square. Toward the bottom right. Then we're going to tie the bow. Moving day, Peggy. So you'll make these cards later. Have fun moving, first of all. Good luck. And then have fun when you make the cards. Okay, bunny ears bow again. This one actually is bigger on my original sample. It's larger than the first card. So you can make a bigger bow for this one and it will look fine. Remember to twist that one around. Trim this one off. And then trim this one to match. Okay, and then this bow and greeting are going down here to the bottom left of the circle. So something like that. So I'll just attach the circle first. I mean, what I'm saying. I'll attach the bow first. And then I think I will add double dimensionals down here on the bottom right of this greeting and over here on the toward the bottom left to avoid areas that are sticking up. Always make sure you peel off the backing before you stick a dimensional on top of another one. So those are double stacked and they're toward the bottom just because of how my card laid out. Yours may be slightly different depending. Just and I'll add a little adhesive in the center. Just check all that before you just do it that way. It's okay to take it slow. And then we have the two gems, the light colored green, and they will go tool in this white space here above the bow. It's hard to see the bottom of this, the paper that this is stuck to on this glass mat, but this guy makes you be able to see it. And that is card number 2. Card number 2 for card class. Hey, Evelyn from Germany. Hello, hello. Okay, card number 2. So those are the 2 with the turtles. And then the other 2 cards from this card class, which is free with an online order through Sunday, use the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. I did notice this morning that the dies, which is a die and embossing folder, are temporarily not available. They will be back approximately, oh, goodness, hold on. Brittany was over here messing with my phone and something got loose. I'm not sure. I don't know how they got loose, but anyway. They'll be available in about a week or so. Okay, so Sunrise Sailing is this bundle here. You have the stamp set, which is photopolymer. I think maybe it's actual size on the front. I believe so. So there is a sailboat. This is a thick drawn outline image. So you can color it in. The lines are drawn really thick. It's like sketched, but with a thick pen or pencil or whatever. Maybe a felt tip. I don't know. So we have a sailboat. Just a simple boat thing up the middle and 2 sails. There is a filler image for the boat so that you can stamp and color it in instead of having to color it in. There is a filler image to stamp inside the sails, and it kind of adds stripes to them. They're very painted stripes, like not super solid. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. There are a couple of water images, one that's more just straight across to put the boat on, and one that's more like lines that you would draw coming from the back of a boat, kind of as for a description. They're wavy lines. I could see people using both of these for other stuff as well. There is one bird image, like just the silhouette solid of a bird flying. Just real, not super detailed. And then we have words. We have congratulations, happy retirement, you deserve the best, best wishes, you're destined for great things, and ahoy, exclamation mark. Okay, then the dies. I can't remember if I showed this on a previous video, by the way, but I think I did not, because I think I bought this after I did all those videos. But there's 10 dies. Of course, you can die cut out the sailboat, which, so that is a little smaller. That sailboat is a little bigger in real life, that image. But you can die cut out the, oh, maybe not. Yeah, it's a little bigger. The stamped large sailboat. I think that's the only stamped image you can cut out. Then the rest of these are standalone dies, so you can build a sailboat yourself. There's a couple of boat and sail, like a single sail, S-A-I-L sail image. And then there's 2 separate images. There's like a medium and a small. There's a medium and small double sail image to put on top of that. There's 2 clouds. There's one image that die cuts out 3 of those flying birds, just like a little V, but 3 of them. Stop. Pretty. I'm starting to get irritated. And then this image here, or these 2 dies here, which cut out, oh my gosh, she just completely laid down here. water wave type images. It does cut out some holes in the water at the tops of the waves. So you can like cut out both of those and layer them and get a lot of action, like movement type image there. You can't be up there right now. Oh, goodness. But I did something else with this. I made a stencil with it. So I cut it. First of all, I put a piece of our masking paper, which is just this white thin paper that you can die cut or whatever, and stick it down to mask off a certain section of your project so that you don't get ink there when you stamp or do whatever. It's super thin, which is perfect for that kind of masking. I stuck that to a piece of white cardstock so that I could have the sticky on one side and the thick cardstock on the other. And then I die cut, it doesn't matter which one, but one of these images so that I didn't use the detail part. I used the leftover part just to get a wavy edge. So I made a stencil out of it, and I'm sticking it to the packaging of my Sunrise Sailing Hybrid embossing folder. And you see all these fibers on it because I stuck it to my shirt on purpose to take off some of the stickiness. Okay, and then, but before I finish that, this is a hybrid embossing folder. So when you purchase it, you get the folder and the dies together. If you get the bundle, you get the stamp set, dies, and an embossing folder together. These two are not sold separately, the dies and the embossing folder. So the only way to get this awesome embossing folder is with the dies or the bundle. And you can put, which I did not use this on any of my projects this time, you can put the sailboat die only, none of the other ones, inside this folder. Put paper in there and run it through and cut and emboss a sailboat at one time. You can also use this separately, which I used on my second card, so I'll show you that just as a regular embossing folder. And what it embosses is a scene. There's water on bottom. This is a 6x6 folder. There's a good 2 2¼ inches of water. Then there's a sailboat right in the middle. Then there's clouds to the left and right and a couple of birds flying. So that is the embossing folder. Okay. And I'm obviously going to die cut out this sailboat, yes, on this card. Okay, so let me grab the pieces for this card I'm going to make. I cannot let you be there. She just found a spot that she can lay right over here to my left, right there. And she keeps jumping up and getting there. I got to find something to put there so she'll stop. Okay, so which card? This is the other one. This card is a Secret Sea card base. Not these pieces. And these pieces here. I'm getting myself confused. Secret Sea card base and these pieces here. This is the fourth card that I'm not going to make right now. Okay, and we will need the stencil for this card, and we're going to do the reflection technique. Okay, so first let's just fold this card base in half and get it out of our way. Secret Sea, a new in color. It's gorgeous. It's so much darker than Night of Navy, but yet the more you own it and look at it, you can tell it's blue, not black. So just as a reminder, here's black. And here's Night of Navy. So we got black, Night of Navy, Secret Sea. Put that black next to it again. So it definitely is blue, but it's a super dark blue. I like it so much better than Night of Navy, personally. Okay, roll this back. So pretty. Okay, in your packet for this one is the two clouds we cut and then embossed with the So Swirly embossing folder. So everybody's little embossing swirls are going to be different. That's the So Swirly embossing folder. It's one of those huge, giant folders. You could put so many clouds on there and do them all at one time. So that's awesome. Then we have this real red cardstock. It's almost 1/4 of a sheet, but a little less. So I'll put the measurements for that in the recipe card that'll go out tomorrow. And then the next layer is basic white that we're going to stamp on. So this will be a portrait card. So this will be up and down. And then there's a scrap of white here. And that is to stamp this sailboat on. This was just what we used for sizing, so we would know what size to cut that white paper. But we're going to stamp the sailboat on that. We're also going to use this piece of acetate sheet to do our reflection. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is stamp. This is where I need to remember the order I did all this. I'm going to stamp and die cut out this sailboat. So we've got Secret Sea and Real Red ink. Ink up this boat in Secret Sea. Tap, tap, tap. Do not press hard. Don't go crazy. There's no need to press hard. That'll give you worse inking. And it'll make a mess on this big block. And then grab this filler image for the bottom of the boat. So tap, tap, tap. Then I need a piece. Actually, I'm just going to do it down here. You're going to stamp that off on scratch paper, but I'm not going to use that part of the white. So there we go. Stamp it off before stamping onto here. And then the inside image will be a little bit lighter. It's a little watercolory. Oops, sorry. And it looks awesome. Thanks, Linda. And then, I'm still going to need that color. I'll close it for now, though. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. And then Real Red right here for the sails. To fill in the stripes, I should say, on the sails. So pretty. And then we're going to cut that out. Die cut it out. Sailboat die, just like before. And here it is, top cutting plate. Just run it through one time. I got a light bulb trying to die over here. I don't know if y'all can see it flashing off and on sometimes. Okay, there's our sailboat. Now, this piece here, the sailboat is going to go about here. Okay, so I'm going to lay it there for placement purposes. Then I'm going to take this piece of acetate. You can also use Stampin' Up's window sheets. Same thing. Just any kind of clear plastic that's super flat and smooth. And the reason it says stamp here is because if I'm going to use this in class, and if everybody keeps flipping it back and forth, it's going to get dirty on both sides. So we're going to stamp it on one side in Secret Sea. We're going to put the sailboat right in the middle. So I am going to send this video out to everybody taking the class in person so they can watch this beforehand. So this is clear, but stamp it right in the middle, straight up, straight down. This is again, a piece of plastic acetate. And then I'm going to put that boat exactly where it's going to be on the card. And I stamped it here. I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to go a little bit below that boat and straight, like even with it. And I'm going to press. This is why I don't want ink on this side. I don't want my fingers all blue. I'm going to press to transfer that ink, and I'm going to lift it up. And now I have a reflection of a sailboat. It took 2 seconds. It's super simple. We have a reflection, and it's not solid, which is what we want. So I'm going to need to wipe this off for the next person. They need to start over on a fresh, which I'll provide baby wipes for my in-person class. They need a fresh piece of acetate and then dry it off for that. So that's the easy reflection technique that you can do if you have any image that you want to reflect. Especially I like it that it's supposed to be in water. That's how I like to use the technique. And that's it. That's the reflection. So I would recommend stamping and die cutting this first. So unless you were just going to stamp directly on your paper so that you know where it is. You don't want, I don't think you want them touching like this. You want a little space in between. And that's how you do it. And then now I'm going to do the water. So I have balmy blue ink. I have this, a regular large blending brush, or it's not called large, it's normal. And I have my stencil. The stencil's still pretty sticky. So I'm going to put my stencil above the sailboat, you know, that I just did. A little bit above it. I'm not going to press crazy hard while it's still sticky like that. You can use anything for your stencil. You can make it a straight line. You could tear some paper. You could just hold paper there, whatever. I did use the masking paper, though, for mine. And I'm going to ink up this blending brush with balmy blue. I'm going to take some of it off on my scratch paper or glass mat or whatever first. Otherwise, you'll get an ugly blob on here, which will look like that, and you do not want that in your water. You don't want that blob. And then roll onto the project, and of course up to the stencil mark. Always when you re-ink it, go back to the paper or glass mat or whatever you have that you're using. You can check and see if it's as dark as you want. For me, I know that's dark enough, but you can check before you fully remove your stencil. This is a glass mat, so I'm going to wipe off whatever I just did so it doesn't get on my other projects. This is my chamois that comes with the Glass Mat Studio. This is my little container I keep it in from the dollar store, which is super amazing. If you want to keep it wet, do this, but after a day or two, don't do that so it doesn't mold and you can remove. But while you're working, this keeps it moist. It's perfect. There's my stencil. And now we have a pretty water reflection of our boat. Thank you, Corinne. Okay, to finish this card off, I'm going to add another greeting, or a greeting, I should say, and some birds and some clouds. So I'm still not going to glue this boat down, but my clouds are going to go something like this. So now I can kind of see where I want to put other stuff, which is my greeting. Let me find it. By the way, on my other card, number 3, I did use, number 4, I'm sorry, the word dad from He's the Greatest, FYI. Okay, so this says you're destined for great things. And I'm going to put that over here to the left. It's going to be a tight fit, so I want to go as far to the left as I can. You're destined for great things. And then a bird up here at the top right corner and a bird down here below that right cloud. There is a space when you stamp this bird. It is not a solid line on that right wing because it's like sketched. So if you're like me, you'll be like, did I mess that up? You didn't. It's supposed to be a space there. Okay, so that's the front of our card. Thanks, Tyra. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. Mary Jo, thank you. All right, I think I'm done with ink. The rest of this card, it's incredibly simple. There's no embellishment, no ribbon. We're just going to glue it together. So this is, in my opinion, the perfect Father's Day or masculine card because it's not all ribbon and bows and whatever. We'll attach this white to this red. I am not a, this red I'm going to put on with dimensionals. I'm not like a sailor or dimensionals. There's none in that class thing. Hold on. Let me put them in before I forget. I am not a sailor or boater or whatever. I do go on stamping cruises, but add these to the class thing so I don't forget. Anyway, so like I'm sure for people that are really into that, this could be super cool, and you can customize the colors, however that works, and all that stuff. So, you know, but even not being into boating like that, I think it's a pretty cool stamp set and bundle. Ooh, it's long today. So this is card 3 of the 4-card class. I'm offering it in person this month as well as to go. So there's that red is on dimensionals just because this card is very simple. And then I'm going to add the larger cloud flat, which it is embossed, so it's not like totally boring right there, white on white, to the top left. And then light. And then next will be the sailboat on Stampin' Dimensionals. That. And then also, this is just a side idea that just popped into my head about the instructions. You could stamp this greeting first. Mine's slightly crooked too, but anyway, you could stamp this greeting first over here to the left, then lay this boat where you want it, then do the reflection so it could be more to the right and more laid out balanced. So if I remember, that's how I'm going to type my instructions. Stamp the words, or do the boat first, stamp the words, then put the boat where it should be, then do your reflection. Okay, there we go. Okay, this last cloud is going to have, for me, I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back left and a dimensional on the back right. And it will be over here to the right of the sailboat, in front of it, and also between the two birds there. And that's literally the whole card. Nothing else to add. You could add gems or something, but I don't think it needs it. But you could, and it'll look great if you do. That's card 3. Put the one I made previously out. I like it better. And there's 2 and 1. And then, so that is card class. Let me show you the 4th one. Dun, 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 dun. It's another sailboat card. So this is the Take to the Sky. I think it's called designer paper, but it's the one with the airplanes. That looks totally watery to me. So there we go. If you can see in the back, the secret seat is embossed with that embossing folder that comes with this bundle. There is a sailboat embossed right there in the middle, but we covered it up with this designer paper and red cardstock there. It says, Dad, you deserve the best. And that is card number 4 of the card class. So y'all can still sign up. You can take it in person Saturday. You can take it to go. You can get it free with an online order. You can buy it for $20. Lots of options. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, Corinne asked, are you using window sheets for the boat reflection? I have this, Corinne, that I've literally been using for years. Like, it already said stamp here when I pulled it out of my little drawer. So this one's not a current Stampin' Up! Window sheet. It's probably our old thin ones. However, you can 100% use a Stampin' Up! Window sheet for the same technique. It just, like, there's no reason not to, because it just needs to be acetate, like I can't think of the right word, but it needs to be plastic where the ink will not dry on it. And you use water-based ink, not StazOn. And so when you stamp it, the ink doesn't dry. And when you flip it upside down and rub, it transfers to here, but it doesn't transfer fully because it's second generation. So hopefully that makes sense. So this one's not a Stampin' Up! Window sheet, but it's just because this is the one I use. This is my thing. And I don't need to make a new one. But if I needed a new one, I would go to a Stampin' Up! Window sheet. So hopefully that makes sense. Thanks, Gail. Thanks, Cindy. Tyra, number 4, is her favorite, but still love them all. Thank you very much. Number 4 gets a vote. Super idea with the reflection. Certainly going to try that, Evelyn. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, Pat and Juanita. Tyra, thank you. Thanks, Gail and Mary Jo. Lisa, thanks so much. Ramona, thank you. 3rd is your favorite. Thank you, Ramona. I like that one too. If anyone, if I missed saying hi or commenting on your comment, that's my fault. So I apologize, but thank everyone very much. If y'all have any questions, let me know. The links will be sent out tomorrow in the 9 a.m. email that'll have the recipe cards to these 3, which, by the way, these are what the recipe cards look like right there. So make sure you're on my email newsletter so you'll get that recipe card emailed directly to you. However, if you want to sign up sooner, let me know and I'll get you those links. Thank you, Lisa. Here are a couple other samples. This is from my team meeting. This is with the sailboats. Actually, both of these are from my team meeting. Robin made this card with the sailboats and she colored it with some pencils there. These are the other dies that make the different size boats. And then this one was from Yolanda with the turtle stuff. So some other great ideas there with those. Just to give you, more inspiration. 3rd is Pat's favorites. Love 3 and 4. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Seal. Love them all. Thanks, Angela. Awesome. Well, everyone have a great week. I should be back live next week at 9 a.m. Central on YouTube and Facebook again. So if you have any questions, I don't know what I'm saying, but I hope to see you next week. I'm getting confused. Brittany is back. Say hi. Say, here's my face. Here's my face and I'm cute. Oh, she's so cute. Very furry, very cute. So we will see y'all next week. We'll see if she's as needy. Plus y'all, it is time for her chicken. So, all right. Have a great day. I'll see y'all later. Bye. She's like, I'll lay here. Bye.